What's up, YouTube? So, Vaping Geek here, and I have a build tutorial today. I'm not sure if somebody else has done this before. I'm not claiming it or anything, but I think it's an awesome coil. So, I've never seen it on YouTube or never heard about it, so I just wanted to put it out there. I'm not claiming it. I'll say that again. So if somebody thinks they did this build first, then you did it first. But I think it's a badass build. So let's get into it. Alright. So what I'm using is 0.6 millimeter Kanthal. You can use whatever size you want to use. Alright. So first off, take that Kanthal and torch it. Alright. I just like to torch the whole thing. So next thing you're going to do with your Kanthal is fold it in half. But make sure that it's straight and lines up with each other. So make sure there's no twists in it or anything. So fold it in half. Pinch this in together with something. And now make sure they line up perfect. This stuff is so small that it might be a little difficult. But try to get them on there so they're lined up perfect. And the main spot that you need it is down at the end where you folded it. See how they're lined up perfect, no twists. Take whatever size drill bit you want to build it at. I'm going to take a 5/64 drill bit. Alright, now we're going to do 5 wraps. I don't have any really close up. I'm using my phone. Just make sure that you keep them one on top of the other, okay? And I'm going to do 5 wraps, one on top of the other. Don't do the wraps on top of each other. Do the wraps side by side like a micro-coil. But make sure that your 2 strands of ribbon Kanthal are on top of each other. So it's kind of like a kind of like a parallel coil, except you want these 2 strands on top of each other. I know I said that 5 times, but it's important. So after you do this, these 5 wraps, you want it to just look like 5 wraps. You don't want it to look like 10 wraps. And this stuff is real springy. Alright. So unwrap the first one that you got on there. Now if you look at that, I don't know if you can see it, but it only looks like there's 5 wraps on there. So it just looks like I wrapped one piece on there, but it's actually 2 pieces. It's one coil on top of the other coil. Alright, now to tidy it up a little bit by pulling on each lead, and grab both of them, give a good little tug, and that's just to tighten up the coil a little bit. Now take it off of there and pinch it in between your tweezers, but don't pinch too hard. You don't want them to overlap, so you want it to still look good. Pinch them together and torch it. So you're making a micro-coil with ribbon Kanthal. Alright. I know I'm not giving you any good views on here. I just want to get this coil out there. And it's for experienced builders anyways. But if you see this, it just looks like a normal 5 wrapper. Alright. Now you want to make sure that your leads, they line up one on top of each other when you're wrapping it on your RDA too. So don't let them get out of control. I'm using the Micro-coil, so I'm trapping them. I bet it would be a little bit easier if you had an RDA with post holes in it. But I like to use this build on my Micro-coil. Alright. And then make sure you got both the leads trapped underneath. Alright, test the resistance. 0.6 ohms. And if any of you experienced builders out there have built with 0.6 ribbon Kanthal, you're not getting subohm with 5 wraps. It's just like a parallel coil, but stacked on top of each other. With your ribbon Kanthal instead of your regular Kanthal. Alright, so take it off of your ohms meter. Stick it on your mechanical mod. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting here. Sorry about this, I should have had it ready. Alright, so pulse it so they get red hot. And pinch them just like a micro-coil. You want it glowing from the inside out, and that looks good. Let me do it one more time. Solid, 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 solid. Now, as you can see, it's, or you might not be able to see, but it is a good looking coil right there too. I'll show you how she produces after we get some cotton in there. Sorry about this. I had some difficulties with my with my Chi-U. Alright. Get some cotton. Just pull off just enough, just like any old micro-coil. Thread it through. And just lace up the cotton just like you would any other micro-coil. I just thread it through and then stuff it underneath. Like I said, this is for experienced builders, so you know what you're doing already. You have your system down for putting in cotton and everything, so. And it's still reading 6.6.61. And this build is mainly if you have some ribbon Kanthal sitting around that you don't really use, it's too small, it doesn't give you the resistance that you're looking for, and you want a subohm with it. Here you go. Because 0.6 millimeter by 0.1 millimeter ribbon Kanthal, you're not going to be able to subohm with that unless you do like one wrap. So this is how you subohm with it. Get your cotton nice and saturated. Let it burn off some of that. I mean, it's not crazy. Still a good little amount of vapor though, so. Alright. Let's see how it does. Not bad. I mean, it's producing, it's got really good flavor, just like ribbon Kanthal is known for. It's a warm vape, and it's a really nice experience with 0.6 ribbon Kanthal. So that's how you do it. I think I'm going to call this, because I don't know if anybody's done it before. I'm not claiming it, but I'm still going to call it something. So let's go the double ribbon Kanthal build, I guess. Got a better name for it. Name it. So I think it's a good build. Yeah. So 0.6 ribbon Kanthal, you can do it with any kind of ribbon Kanthal and still get that subohm build. I'll take one more vape and then I'll let you go. Vaping Geek out. Peace.